Hello viewers, and welcome to the last of our racing games from Gamescom, and we see Racecraft here, the technology demo they had running at the show, which will be released in October this year. Racecraft, you can basically automatically generate circuits. You can create your own circuits, create your own car. It has lots of support apparently for VR as well, and a range of co-op modes, lots to get lots of your friends involved. You know, really interesting sort of sound to it. This is coming from the developers of Victory, but I thought, well, you know, I'll try it out, I'll see it at the show, see what it's all about. And at first I wasn't necessarily expecting much from it. I thought it was going to be seeing Victory, I thought looked a bit dated, and I came across this, and they've already told me that the graphics you see here are very much a work in progress, and they have lots of little improvements to come here and there visually to really make it all come together. But what was interesting to me was the gameplay. So I've jumped on here into the car, onto a randomly generated circuit, so I'm learning the circuit. You can see the gear markers there coming up now and again. You don't have to race with them, but they are helpful when you have a short space of time to learn the circuit like this, just because they're all so different. But already I found the game very intuitive. The car was quite understeery, moved around a lot, but felt intuitive. You know, I felt I could have pushed a lot harder, but having said that, I wanted to get some reasonably clean driving in and not look terrible on these videos. But first impressions were really good. I enjoyed the driving. I enjoyed driving this F1 car a lot more than I enjoyed driving F1 2015, that's for sure. And you know, I just felt I could push harder and the car would move around, and visually as well, I thought the course creation was excellent. I mean, these courses were, some of them were really, you know, nicely designed, and this is the second here of 3 courses I was trying, and just a really nice flow to the courses. I mean, I said on my preview video, you know, who needs Herman Tilke when you have a designer like this? Really adds a lot. You know, nice challenges to the courses, nice undulation, not too wide. Lots of little flowing corners and challenges. I mean, they almost have a feel of old, some of them, and it's really nicely put together. Go a little bit wide there, but you can see how intuitive it is with the opposite lock. You know, the car's not spinning out straight away. Where is the handling, as I make a mistake there? That's a quick direction change, wasn't expecting that. Handling is sort of somewhere, it's leaning towards simulation. It still needs more work, but it's leaning very much towards the sort of simulation side. But I just found it very intuitive. So generally, I mean, it's I don't think it's going to be hardcore simulation such as Assetto Corsa's End. It certainly is leaning towards that. So if you play Assetto Corsa or something like that in Project Cars, you'll jump onto this and immediately feel very at home. And it puts itself sort of in that sort of Project Cars range in terms of the handling. So the courses were well designed, that it was designing. It was very intuitive, and of course they're still working, obviously, the UI and all the other details, and you know, just what's going to bring it all together in terms of multiplayer and getting people involved. As I understand it, if you own Victory, you will get this as a free upgrade as well, so that will already generate a load of players online. But I would say that this is one of those games that was sort of pleasantly surprising at the show. I didn't know what to expect of it when we saw some early videos, and given that it's an independent development, it's coming along really nicely. So overall, I was talking to the developers here about the handling, where it was, just trying to find how fast you could go with this car. You can go a lot quicker than I was going here, but I was gradually learning rather than wanting to spin off every corner. I was just sort of learning how to get the car into the apex and how to sort of maximize speed. But you know, that's it for your sort of first introduction to Racecraft. We've got another developer video coming up. He's going to explain it all in much more detail. We'll have more visuals to share with you, and no doubt some coverage later on, something different in terms of gaming, but certainly the potential, if they can pull it all together and get the graphics right and the details right, it's all there. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.